Hi guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it's now time to get back into your dojos. Or maybe it's time to travel to Okinawa. That's right, 1986 is Karate Kid Part 2. Now, as I said, this is from 1986, it's the direct sequel to Karate Kid. And in this installment, spoilers ahead, after receiving a letter from Okinawa informing him of his dad's terminal illness and imminent death, Mr. Miyagi ventures home to Okinawa, accompanied, of course, by Daniel. And while there, Mr. Miyagi sits by his father's bedside on his deathbed while peacefully passes. But while they're there also, Daniel gets into quite a few fights with a young man named Chosen and his uncle Sato. But really, Sato's beef is with Mr. Miyagi. And after Mr. Miyagi saves his life, putting him in debt to him, he changes his ways. But Chosen challenges Daniel to a fight, which puts him in a very bad condition. But nevertheless, Daniel still comes out on top. And of course, he learns some Miyagi-Do karate moves while in Okinawa. And it's where we learn that karate was brought over from China to Japan in 1625. So the earliest bit of Karate Kid lore is told to us in this installment. Now, of course, the film begins in the final few scenes of the previous film, and then picks up directly from there. And here we see it start to draw some more parallels with Rocky, even though it's not Rocky, but still. What do I think of this film? Well, I thought it was better than the first film, actually. And, well, guys, that's it for this review. There will be another review coming your way soon. As for which film it's going to be, well, you'll have your answer. When the time comes for that review. Until then, though, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews for another episode. We're diving into sequel territory once again with this installment. This time we're jumping over to 1978's Damien Omen 2. The sequel to 1976's The Omen. Spoilers ahead for those who haven't seen the film yet. For those who are old enough to have, why not? But 7 years have passed, and now Damien is living with his Aunt Anne and Uncle Richard in California. And he and his cousin Mark are off to a military academy where their new platoon leader is a sergeant, I would say, with a difference. After learning that Damien is in his platoon, he watches over him with a sharp raven's eye. And over the course of the film, Richard and Anne people are trying to warn them about what Damien really is, and they don't want to know. And everyone who knows about Damien finds themselves dead by mysterious circumstances. And this then leads to Damien basically being told to go and read the Bible and learn about his true heritage. Needless to say, he is shocked when he finds this out. And the more people that come forward knowing about who Damien and what Damien really is, just find themselves the victims of mysterious deaths. And I'm not going to ruin the ending for those who may be interested in watching the film after this review, so I'll stop talking about it here. Apart from telling you what I think of the film, it's just as good as I remember it from my last viewing. Now, at the time of the recording, I've only just watched this again, but by the time you're seeing this, it would have been a month and a half ago. So, guys, that is it for this review. The next film I will be reviewing as part of this will be, well, I've already said it'll be a film now, so it's gonna have to be, isn't it? How about you wait and see? Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Before I start this review, I must stress the need to warn you against any spoilers that may come up during the recording of this video, because they are pertained or related to the film being reviewed. So for those who choose to stay, well, do so at your own risk, but I encourage you not to if you want to go and see this film for yourself. Well, now you've been warned. Let's get on with the review. Hi guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it's time to review another newish film. I'm going to call it 2024, the 2024 horror film Abigail. Now, spoilers ahead, but as I warned you before the video started, in this film, a group of people are lured into a trap, so to speak. Well, they go to a mansion where they are tasked with taking care of a young girl named Abigail, played by Alicia Weir. Now, you might recognise that name from a few other things. A 12-year-old girl, or so it would seem, who is being hidden away in a room, claiming to have been kidnapped, but things aren't what they seem. And as the story unfolds, our group of misfits, all going under aliases, start to realise that they've fallen for a trap. And that Abigail is actually a centuries-old vampire. And after a series of violent killings, they start to actually work this out. And her claims of having been kidnapped, those hold true in the film. But anyway, I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how the film ends. You will have to see it for yourselves. Anyway, guys, that's it for this review. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a Semajical time. Hi guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where we get a bit of Frankenstein inspiration as I review the 2023 film, Poor Things. Now you'll see why I say it was inspired by Frankenstein as I press on, but for those who haven't seen the film yet, I need to issue a spoiler warning. So nothing end up getting spoiled should some major story points get mentioned. You might want to go and find something else to watch, or go and watch the film and then come back and listen to what I've got to say. Anyway, for those who choose to stay, it can either mean you've seen the film already or you don't care about spoilers. So, okay, this film tells the story of a woman named Bella Baxter, who has recently passed on and was pregnant with a baby. And so, a Frankenstein-like scientist decides to perform an operation by transplanting the baby's brain into Bella's head, which then results in her reanimating her, which then results in what unfolds over the story. It results in her being too naive to understand what the real things are, and an adventure ensues over her life. Now, the inspiration from Frankenstein is the fact that she has a different brain in her head and is reanimated. Let's fact check this, shall we? Victor Frankenstein in Frankenstein robs graves, stitches a new body together with different parts, different body parts, and then transplants an abnormal brain into the head, bringing to life a monster through reanimation. Well, this scientist has done lots of experiments like this before, and Bella's just his latest one. So, now, for those wanting to go into this film after this, a content warning
must be issued. If you're into the type of weirdness this film shows, then it'll be right up your alley. If not, and you might find some scenes off-putting, definitely don't let anyone younger than 18 watch this, by the way. So, because that is how old you have to be to watch it. Anyway, 18 or over. Anyway, that is... Well, what do I think, though? Apart from that, it's a good film. The next film I'm going to be reviewing, I will tell you, it will be The House with a Clock in its Walls. Got to get a bit of fantasy in there. That's next time, though. Until then, though, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Hey guys, welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it's time to get a bit of fantasy adventure in for the review I'm gonna do. 2018's The House with a Clock in its Walls. Now, what's this film about? Well, spoilers ahead for those who haven't managed to see the film in the 6 years it's been out. But you might not care about spoilers for this, so I'll tell you now. In 1955, 10-year-old Lewis, who is recently orphaned, is sent to live with his Uncle Jonathan in an old, creepy mansion, and finds himself thrust into an adventure with witches, warlocks, and magic. And he ends up being the unsung hero of the film. Well, he tries endlessly to make a new classmate like him, and ends up making this classmate think he's a freak every time. So you can see the inspirations of films like Harry Potter here, plain as day. Lewis is our Harry Potter stand-in. Now, and this new classmate is like a blend between Draco Malfoy and Dudley Dursley. So, Now, Lewis's adventure really begins when he steals his uncle's book on necromancy and uses it to raise the dead, bringing back the old enemy, the Voldemort, if you will, of the story. And he's not trying to make himself immortal. Okay. I'm not going to tell you how the film ends, though. I'm going to stop talking here. And say what I think. Obviously, it's a good film. Now, obviously, the reason I can't tell you how the film ends is because it involves the titular clock in the walls. Okay. And I might have interested you in seeing this if you haven't seen it already. Now, that's it for this review, guys. I I don't know which film or TV show or whatever I'm going to review next. So you'll have to wait and see. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it is time to do another horror film review. This time for the 1986 anthology horror film Dead Time Stories. Wahahaha. Now, as I've just pointed out, this is an anthology horror film, meaning it is 3 segments, each telling a different fairy tale but as a horror story. It uses the framing device of an uncle telling his nephew 3 scary stories. The first of which is a made-up story about a boy named Peter who is enslaved to a pair of witches, a pair of evil witches. Although they say it's a made-up story at the beginning, by the little kid saying to his uncle just to make a story up. The second of the 3 stories is their own take on Little Red Riding Hood, in which Little Red Riding Hood is not little, but instead a grown woman who wears the the little red hood thing,
and still goes to run an errand for her grandmother. But the wolf, okay, it's not just a wolf, it's a werewolf. Yeah, Little Red Riding Hood with a werewolf. And the last story is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. um, Now, I suppose you think you already know the story, don't you? Goldilocks and the Three Bears? A young girl who sneaks into the house of three bears, eats their food, breaks their furniture, and sleeps in their beds? No. No. That's not how the story goes at all. Instead, Goldie and the Three Bears were mental patients who all escaped from the same asylum and are all on the run from the law. So yes, while the bears still find Goldie squatting in their home, they don't try and chase her out. And the bears aren't actual bears here. They're just, well, as I said, three mental patients. So they're three people who were in an asylum who escaped. And Goldie was in there with them. Now, the interesting thing about Goldilocks in this story is she has psychic powers. I thought that'd get your attention. They basically took Carrie. Sorry, I mean, they basically took Goldilocks and turned her into Carrie. So, yeah, there you go. So, it's not really Goldilocks and the Three Bears, it's Carrie and the Three Bears? Hmm. Anyway, guys, I did really enjoy this film. And all three stories are good in their own merit. And I think actually having a werewolf in Little Red Riding Hood enhances that story by quite a bit. And having Goldilocks and the Three Bears as mental patients, with Goldilocks being carrified, also enhances that story a bit. And there's a true horror versions of those stories. But the one with the boy named Peter and the witches, that actually has no basis in any fairy tale books. As I said, they completely made that one up. But Goldilocks and Little Red Riding Hood do have basis in actual fairy tale storytelling. They are both by the Brothers Grimm. So, yeah. Well, one of them is. Now that I've mentioned it, Little Red Riding Hood is a Grimm fairy tale. Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Well, isn't. But, you know, still, uh, still a really good film. And now, guys, the next, well, actually, you'll have to wait and see what the next review is going to be. But that's it for this one. Until next episode, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where, well, we're gonna go on a trip into space aboard the mining ship Red Dwarf. And we're gonna mine for my review of the show's very first episode, The End. By me, written by Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, and first broadcast in 1988. So what's this episode about? Well, for those who haven't seen the show before, Red Dwarf that is, a spoiler alert because the whole synopsis of the episode is about to be told to you. You've been warned. But maybe you don't care about spoilers, so I'll press on. Dave Lister's the third technician aboard the mining ship Red Dwarf. And during a mission, he actually sneaks his pregnant cat Frankenstein aboard, which causes a malfunction which kills everyone on board, turning them into space dust. For this, he is sentenced to 6 months in stasis. Well, actually, the incident happens after he's placed in stasis. But he is placed in stasis for bringing his cat on board. And it's supposed to be, as I said, it's supposed to be a 6-month stay in stasis. But it ends up being 3 million years instead. So when he reawakens and comes out of the stasis chamber, he's the last man left alive, and the only company he has are the ship supercomputer Holly, the cat, a humanoid, a a human who evolved from his cat, so a humanoid cat, and a hologram of his dead bunkmate Arnold Rimmer. Now, the main cast of the show are Craig Charles, he plays Dave Lister, Norman Lovett plays Holly, Danny John Jules plays the cat, and Chris Barry plays Arnold Rimmer. And then we learn that Lister bringing his cat on board is what caused the incident that led to the deaths of the rest of the crew. Wow. And this is what begins the adventures of the Red Dwarf crew, known now as the Dwarfers. And despite the episode being called The End, it is actually the start of the series. Okay. And it's a brilliant way to start this sci-fi sitcom. And, well guys, that is it for this review. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time.